If you're tired of spending your weekends planting, watering, and replacing flowers every single season, you're not alone. The secret to a beautiful, color-filled yard isn't working harder in the dirt. It's choosing plants that do the heavy lifting for you. Imagine planting something just once and watching it come back bigger, fuller, and more colorful year after year with practically zero maintenance. Every spring, millions of gardeners waste hundreds of dollars and endless hours on short-lived annuals that die off at the very first frost. But building a stunning landscape doesn't require constant work or a massive budget. By strategic selection of tough, self-sustaining perennials, you create a garden that essentially manages itself, delivering brilliant seasonal blooms while freeing up your time to actually enjoy your yard. We're starting off our countdown with number 12, the blanket flower, or gaillardia. If you have a spot in your garden that gets baked by the hot summer sun, this is the exact plant you need. It thrives in lean, dry soil where other flowers wilt and give up. With bright, daisy-like petals in fiery shades of red, orange, and yellow, it blooms nonstop from early summer right through to the autumn frosts, all with almost no watering required once it's established. Coming in at number 11 is Russian sage. If you want maximum visual impact with virtually no effort, this perennial is an absolute workhorse. Featuring soft, silvery gray foliage topped with airy spires of vibrant lavender blue blooms, it brings incredible texture to your beds from midsummer straight into late fall. It absolutely thrives in full sun, tolerates severe drought, and pests or deer will leave it completely alone. Plant it once in well-draining soil, and it will reliably return every single year without asking for fertilizer or extra care. At number 10, we have a true garden classic, the black-eyed Susan, specifically the Rudbeckia fulgida variety. Known for its brilliant golden yellow petals and dark brown centers, this perennial is as tough as they come. It thrives in almost any soil type, handles intense heat and drought without flinching, and produces masses of cheerful blooms from midsummer all the way into fall. Once planted, it naturally spreads to fill empty spaces, keeping weeds at bay and giving you years of vibrant color with zero fuss. Moving on to number 9, we have catmint. If you love the look of lavender, but want a plant that is practically bulletproof, catmint is your best choice. It forms neat, low mounds of soft aromatic foliage covered in clouds of blue-purple blossoms starting in late spring. Even better, it continuously reblooms right through the summer months, especially if you shear it back once after the first flush. Deer and rabbits hate the minty scent, but bees and butterflies absolutely adore it. Sitting at number 8 is salvia, specifically classic varieties like Maynight or caradonna. These hardy perennials produce dense, spiky upright plumes of deep violet-purple blooms that add stunning vertical height to your flower beds. They start blooming in late spring and will often give you a second flush of flowers in late summer if cut back after the first display. They thrive in dry, poor soil, easily withstand heat waves, and are virtually immune to common pests and diseases. At number 7, we have sedum, also known as stonecrop, with the famous autumn joy variety leading the pack. Sedums are succulents, meaning their thick, fleshy leaves store water, allowing them to breeze through dry spells without a single droop. Starting in late summer, large broccoli-like flower heads open into soft pink clusters that deepen to a rich, rusty red by autumn. They require no staking, no frequent watering, and thrive in soils where other plants struggle. Before we jump into our top 6 perennials, take a quick look at your garden layout. Up to this point, we've focused on full-sun, drought-tolerant powerhouses. But the real secret to a truly effortless, long-term garden is placing the right plant in the right environment so nature handles the growing for you. Now, let's move into our highest value performers. Number 6 on our list is the reliable daylily. If there were an award for the most forgiving plant in the garden, daylilies would win every time. They adapt to practically any soil, from dry clay to sandy loam, and thrive in full sun to light shade. Each individual bloom lasts for just one day, but a mature plant produces dozens of stems packed with buds, giving you a continuous display of bright, trumpet-shaped flowers for weeks on end with almost zero maintenance. At number 5, we have the coneflower, or echinacea. This native favorite is as resilient as it is iconic, sporting bold daisy-like flowers with raised, textured central cones. Coneflowers thrive in poor, rocky soils and handle intense summer heat without skipping a beat. Beyond their striking appearance, leaving the dried seed heads intact through late fall and winter provides an essential food source for local birds, while adding beautiful architectural structure to your sleeping winter garden. Coming in at number 4 is yarrow, or Achillea millefolium. If you have poor, sandy, or dry soil where other flowers struggle, yarrow will absolutely thrive. It features feathery, fern-like foliage topped with broad, flat clusters of tiny flowers in brilliant shades of yellow, red, pink, and white. Its strong, deep-root system breaks up compact dirt, improves soil structure, and handles extreme drought with ease, giving you months of continuous summer blooms with practically zero attention. Taking the number 3 spot on our list is the hosta. While most perennial powerhouses demand full sun, hostas prove that shade gardens can be just as lush and effortless. Grown primarily for their striking architectural foliage that ranges from deep blue-greens to vibrant chartreuse and variegated cream patterns, they also send up delicate, bell-shaped flowers on tall stems in midsummer. Once established in a shady or dappled spot, hostas live for decades, expanding into thick, weed-suppressing mounds without requiring extra care. Our runner-up at number 2 is the Siberian iris. Unlike standard German bearded irises that require frequent digging and dividing to keep blooming, the Siberian iris is a true plant-it-and-forget-it perennial. It features elegant, slender grass-like foliage topped with delicate, velvety blue-purple flowers in early summer. Once settled into your garden, its dense root system forms clean, weed-choking clumps that resist pests, handle damp or dry conditions, and continue blooming reliably year after year. And sitting at our top spot, the number 1 ultimate long-term investment plant is the peony. If you want a plant that will outlast almost anything else in your landscape, peonies are in a class of their own. A single peony plant can easily live and bloom in the same spot for 50 to over 100 years. Every spring, they burst into life with massive, fragrant, rose-like blooms that elevate your entire garden. They don't require frequent dividing, they aren't picky about soil once established, and they actually grow more spectacular with each passing decade. By choosing hardy, long-lasting perennials instead of starting from scratch every single spring, you set your garden up for decades of low-maintenance beauty. A single afternoon spent planting these reliable performers gives you a landscape that grows richer, fuller, and more colorful with every passing year. Which of these 12 perennials are you most excited to add to your yard? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our simple, practical gardening guides. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.